which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing for a moment of silent prayer to help guide and direct us. Thank you. Roll call, please.
William Bursey,
Present.
David Kramer,
Here.
Mark Lehman,
Here.
Tim McKinley,
Here.
Larry Roll,
Here.
Ed Weiss.
Okay, everybody has a copy of the agenda in front of them. Any corrections or changes?
Motion to approve. Second.
Got a motion, second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. You have the approval, need approval of the minutes of July 10th. Everybody should have got that in their packet. Any changes?
Move to approve.
Got a motion, second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Citizens and guests, we have David Bailey, a new resident of Crestview Hills. Welcome, David. You want to address council with anything? I just let you know that I'm going to recommend appointing him to the Finance Committee. So that'll come up next month.
Welcome to the city.
Mayor's report. At a special council meeting on Tuesday, City Council saw the design for the expansion of the city and police portions of our building. They authorized the architect to continue with construction drawings and bid documents. After several years in debate with KYTC, KYTC went in this week and fixed the sinkhole in front of Gloria Day Lutheran Church. Yay. Yes. It only took 2 or 3 years.
But who's counting?
That's right. It's done. Hopefully it won't appear again. You may notice that some white lines on Dixie Highway have disappeared. This is preparation for KYTC contractor to put down a preventative thin layer of asphalt on the roadway. This work is scheduled to start this Sunday, August 18th, weather permitting. Work will be completed during the night, but there will be lane restrictions during this work. If anybody wants to know why that came up once already. So that's my report. Any questions? City Administrator's report. Sir Madeline.
My written report's in your packet, so please let me know if you have any questions on the legislation that's before you tonight. Dovetailing on the mayor's report about Gloria Day Church, I just want to commend and recognize City Engineer Mike Yeager with Compass for helping kind of push that forward and getting KYTC to focus on that repair. There's a dispute between someone who allegedly damaged it in KYTC and the church and the city were kind of caught in the middle, and Mike helped push that to the finish line, so I want to thank him for that. That's my report, Mayor.
Great. No continuing business. New business, we have ordinance 2025-8-1, first reading, improvement and update zoning ordinance Z21 project. This was a project that several council members served on, probably for over 2 years, to try to look at our zoning code and update it with some new requirements and changes. That went before Kenton County Planning Commission, and they approved the changes that we recommended. So it's come back to us, and this is the first reading of that ordinance. I'll read the title. Ordinance 2025-8-1, an ordinance of the City of Crestview Hills, Kentucky, repealing and replacing the official zoning ordinance as previously adopted in 1983 and amend and adopt a new official city zoning ordinance and zoning official map. We'll consider this first reading and anticipate the second reading will be at our regularly scheduled meeting in September. Anybody object to that? Okay. Item number 2, ordinance 2025-8-2, first reading of the ordinance for property tax. This is an ordinance of the City of Crestview Hills, Kentucky, providing for the levy of apportionment of collection of taxes and revenue for the year 2025. Last year, our tax rate was 0.151 for each $100 of value. The recommendation from the Finance Committee was to take compensated rate plus 4, so that it raised it to $0.154. Once again, this is first reading of this ordinance. If there's no objection, we'll have the second reading at our regularly scheduled meeting in September. Sounds like silence is good. Ordinance 2025-8-3, an ordinance of the City of Crestview Hills, Kentucky, amended Section 95.21 of the Code of Ordinances to assess a waste collection and recycling fee for $160 per year per residential unit. The current rate was $125, and we had that for quite a few years. Now, last year, we had to go out to Rumpke, and they bumped up the bid as we anticipated they would. But if you look at it, for recycling and garbage collection, residents would, the city pays a portion of that. Was it?
I think it approaches $200.
Yeah.
It could be higher.
Yeah, and so, if you, the city residents' portion is $3.07 a week. So we think that's pretty reasonable, and, that's what this ordinance is for. If there's no corrections or questions on that, we'll consider this first reading. Second reading will be at a regularly scheduled meeting in September.
And this will be tacked on to the city tax bill?
Right. Yeah, like it has in the past.
Right.
Okay, item number 4, Executive Order 2025-8-1. We had a router that was out of date, couldn't be updated, so this is just notifying you that I declared that surplus.
Mayor, can I backtrack? Do you know the average amount paid for suburban cities in Kenton County for trash collection?
We're definitely on the low end.
Yeah, I would say the only one that's probably lower than us is Florence, but they have a unique contract because of all the commercial out there. But we're definitely the lowest, I believe. In most cases, the cities charge the resident the full amount.
They bill separately too, don't they?
Some do, some don't.
Right.
And just, I pulled up the analysis, and it looks like the full cost of the city is actually way north of 200. It's almost 250. And this is the average for at least a 3-year period, and it'll be as high as 279 per house. So the city does subsidize a good portion of that, which is really unusual in municipal circles anymore. Most of the time, all of it's passed on.
The point where the residents are still getting a pretty good deal.
Right.
Thank you. Comments? Okay, no other new business. We have committee reports. Public Works, Mr. McKinley.
Well, this evening I'd like to start off by congratulating Nikki Hill on her baby. She was not present in our meeting. She was tending to her maternal needs. Is that a good way of saying that?
Yes.
I made that up. We had some activity on the Turkey Foot Road connection to the mall. They were behind our houses with bulldozers and core drilling machinery and taking samples, and they need to do that in order to finalize their plans. They need to know where they can put the wall that they need to build to hold the dirt back and support the road when it gets put in. So my understanding is that you won't see too much more activity for quite a while. I guess the next phase is they're looking at the budgeting processes. They're trying to maybe combine the next 2 budgets together so they can get through the environmental study and get on with the utilities that they need to get moved and things like that. So, but there was some activity, so it's moving forward. Horse Branch Road, the survey work is done. The resurfacing work will happen with some drainage upgrades through Horse Branch. Sunset reconstructions, they started the concrete work last week. It includes improved drainage. They expect that to be completed by end of September, early October, we hope. Hopefully the weather will help us. Woods Point, we're getting a cost estimate. They're putting an inner layer with asphalt on top to extend the life of the street. This is a process that we haven't used before, but we're hoping that this new process will get that road in good shape for 20 years, that we won't have to mess with that street. So that's a good deal. So you're kind of like our guinea pig to see if this process works. Crack sealing, on Schenkel and Thomas More Parkway was gonna happen, and they're working on the curbs and gutters on Dixie Highway. And that would be my report, sir.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Finance Committee, Mr. Rule?
Everyone should have gotten the July package in their emails. The payroll taxes were significantly up over last year. However, 1 month does not make a trend, so we'll have to keep an eye on that for the next few months. That's my report.
Great. Any questions? The auditors were in this week to start on the audit, so we should be seeing something in a couple months on that. Police Authority, Mr. Dorsey.
The board held its regular monthly meeting on July 21st. We had a quorum present. We reviewed all bills, warrants, and requests for payments and decided to stay solvent, and we paid the bills. Chief, in his report, reported that the department took care of securing the summer concert event for the city. And it was also the first use of the department's drone. And reported. We purchased 2 new vehicles for cruisers. We had an executive session. Upon coming out of that executive session, the board unanimously voted to promote Patrolman Tigner to the rank of sergeant. That will conclude my report.
Thank you. Any questions on that?
We recently, there was a challenge coin issued for the authority. Did everyone on council get one of those, or was that just for the police authority?
Everybody on council got one.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep. Okay.
Very nice coins.
Yep. Safety Committee?
We haven't met.
Okay. Fire and EMS, Chief Dickman?
Good evening. Just a couple things I'd like to point out of the report. First off, we've had some personnel changes. First off, we had Captain Dave Tranquil left our facility, or left our agency or entity, and he was replaced by Lieutenant Bill Allen. Bill is now captain of the department. Bill comes with a history of background at Erlanger, Point Pleasant, Hebron, and retired as assistant chief out at Lawrence. In addition, the department had a couple vacancies to fill, and they were filled with firefighter, paramedic, Eric Ratliff, who is now a lieutenant on the department, filling the vacancy that Bill put in his promotion. And also, we had a gentleman under our department as a paramedic only. His name is Jared Brown, and he came from Dry Ridge Fire Department. So those individuals are currently going through their orientation still, and we welcome them on board. So, in addition, we've been working with Thomas More University in development and updating of their building, fire, and evacuation plans across all campuses. We're looking at, we'll be reviewing those plans in addition with Department of Homeland Security as well. We are also, our new recruits, our interns that have joined the department, we have a couple individuals that will be going down to the Kentucky Fire Commission Fire Academy. It's down in Greenville, Kentucky, and it's a 14-week class, Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day. So those individuals will be crammed tight on their training. However, at the end of that, we'll come out with Basic 2 certification and many other national certifications that will help them in their training. We also have 4 individuals that are going through St. Elizabeth Emergency Medical Technician class, and 1 individual going through the Regional Fire Academy here. So we have quite a few individuals that are getting their training or certification that help out in the area.
Did you say Greenville, like Muhlenberg County?
Yeah, like
Wow.
way down there.
Yeah. Good barbecue.
250 miles away.
Yeah.
That's the only fire academy in the state. It's part of a, like I say, Army Reserve, and they occupy it during the week, we do, and then on the weekends, the Army's in there on that. So,
Down by the Green River where Paradise lay, right? Muhlenberg County, sorry.
it's a great opportunity, and something that long been needed in the fire service, academy like this. We just wish we could get some more regional, local academies in the area that would make it a little bit more conducive to Northern Kentucky and New Central. So,
Thank you, Chief. Congratulations on keeping those jobs available or filling them.
filling them and bringing them in.
That's right, great.
Thank you.
Chief Hampton?
Like Chief Dickman said, we also have added some staff. The city approved an additional full-time personnel for us, which we just completed the hiring of. I'll have that in my August report. We also have sent one intern to the Fire Academy down in Greenville at Wendell Ford. We have 5 recruits. Those started the the local basic one class for fire recruits in the area. Other than that, my report was the 3 public education events we held, and also we installed 3 child seats. We still are taking pride in that program. Any questions?
Questions for the Chief?
Thank you.
Thank you for your report. Development and zoning, Mr. Kramer?
The committee's not met since our last meeting. I have nothing new to report.
Okay, thank you. Chair and recycling,
Also nothing new to report.
okay. There was, for people maybe over on Sunset, there was an issue where they were putting down the base coat of blacktop, which is drivable. However, I think the Rumpke truck driver didn't know he was allowed to be on that, so there was a mix-up, but they know going forward that once they see the blacktop down, or the signs or the road is open, they're allowed to drive their truck down there. So if that happens again, residents should call the city, and we'll get somebody out there, pick it up. Recreation.
No formal report at this point, but I'd like to digress for a moment and just wish 2 people a happy birthday. First of all, to the mayor, who had his birthday earlier this month, and today is Councilman Dorsey's birthday. So I'd like to wish you both continued good health and service to the city.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
You're here.
Okay.
Should we sing?
No.
Once we're off camera, we'll do the singing. I don't recommend it.
Personnel, public relations, nothing new to report. I don't have anything new on telecommunication board. Once again, on communication, you won't see any real big difference, but our website is now, instead of a .com, it's a .gov. But if you this .com, www.crestviewhills.com is still available. But going forward, we hope everybody will go to the .gov, and that also includes emails for myself, staff, and some council members. That's all I have.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Got a motion, second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
That's the way you do business.
Birthday, I thought that you made the motion.
I appreciate